story of Dasha Avatar part 6. Okay. Today's story begins with the son of Rishi Bhrigu. So who was this? This was Sage Richik. Sage Richik wanted to marry the Princess Satyavati, but Princess Satyavati's father, the king, was not interested in giving away his daughter in marriage to a sage. So he said, well, I'm going to put a condition. If you manage to bring me 1,000 white horses with a green ear. Do horses have a green ear? Anyway, so this king said, you bring me those and then you can marry my daughter. Now, Richik was not one to give up. He prayed to Lord Varuna and managed to bring 1,000 white horses with a green ear and gifted them to the king. Now the king had no objection because he had fulfilled his condition. So he gave away his only daughter Satyavati in marriage to Sage Richik. After some years, Satyavati wanted to have a son, and she also wanted that her mother should have a son because their only daughter had been given away. And so she said to her husband, Sage Richik, that please help me and my mother, in this. And I want a son who should be a great sage. And my mother wants a son who should be a great warrior. Sage Richik said, well, that is possible. Let me do a yagya or a fire sacrifice so that these two wishes can be fulfilled. He performed a yagya, a very special one. And from that yagya or the yagya kund, the fireplace, came out 2 dishes, of sweet milk and rice. And they were very special, divine dishes. He went to his wife Satyavati and said, my dear Satyavati, now the one on my left hand is for you, so that when you drink this, you will get a son who will become a great sage. The one on my right hand is for your mother, so that she can get a son who will be a warrior. Satyavati took both to her mother. When she told her mother about it, her mother was not so sure about what her son-in-law had said, and so she switched them. So instead of Satyavati having this and her mother having this, Satyavati had this and her mother had this. When Richik came to know about it, he said, oh my dear Satyavati, you wanted to have a son who would be a great sage, but since you have taken this one, you are going to have a son who will be a great warrior. So Satyavati said, oh no, I want a son who should be a sage, not a warrior. Please, my dear husband, do something about it. I don't mind my grandson being a warrior. That is, my son should be a sage. Now his son can be a warrior, but I want my son to be a great sage. So Richik had some powers, and with that he managed something. And so when Satyavati gave birth to a son, this son grew up to be the great sage Jamadagni. Sage Jamadagni was one of the Saptarishis. Now Sage Jamadagni married a pure and chaste and beautiful lady called Renuka. Renuka and Sage Jamadagni had 4 sons. Well, at this time, what happened was that there were several kings and warriors who were so powerful and they had become so evil that they started troubling everyone. So Bhuma Devi, the earth, was suffering because of these evil kings and warriors. She appealed to Lord Vishnu to do something about it. So Lord Vishnu said, don't you worry, dear Bhuma Devi. I shall take my 6th avatar, and save you. Now he, that is Lord Vishnu, now took his sixth avatar. He was born as the fifth son of Renuka and Rishi Jamadagni. Okay. He was named Rama. Okay. Now Rama, as he grew up, he prayed to Lord Shiva, and Shiva was so pleased with Rama that he gave him a very special axe and also taught him the skills of warfare. Because Rama started carrying this special axe, he came to be known as Parashurama, because in Sanskrit, Parashu means axe. Okay, so Rama became Parashurama. Alright, so this was Vishnu's sixth avatar, Parashurama avatar. Okay. Now, Renuka had some special powers by which, every day she used to go to this river Narmada and fetch water for her husband. How? She would take some clay from the river bank, make a pot, and then fetch water in this, fill this pot with water and take it to her husband, Rishi Jamadagni, and Jamadagni would perform yagyas and pujas and prayers using this water. It's not easy to just make a pot out of just clay, fresh clay, because the potter has a potter's wheel to make a pot, and then they burn it in a kiln, So when it is burnt, then the pot becomes hard so that it can hold water or whatever else. Now, the fresh clay, when you make just pot out of it, it cannot hold water. It will just break. But Renuka had this power because she could focus and concentrate to do this, because she had a pure heart. One day when she was doing this, that is, she went to river Narmada, picked up some clay, made a pot and filled it with water, and she was just about to go when she saw in the water in the pot the reflection of some heavenly being, some god or somebody who was just passing by above in the sky. So the reflection of that figure could be seen in the water which was in the pot. And see, she had to fully focus to achieve this. And suddenly, when some reflection she saw in the pot, she got distracted. Her focus was gone. And what happened? The pot broke. The pot broke, the water fell down. So she said, "Oh my God, what has happened?" She said, "Oh no, I lost my focus." But who was that who was passing by? Okay, let me now make another pot. So quickly she took some other clay and some more clay, and she made a pot, and she took water, and again it broke. She did it again and again and again, and every time, because her focus was lost now and she didn't know what to do. She was so scared to face her husband. She did not go back to the hermitage with water, and there was Rishi Jamadagni waiting for his wife to bring water so that he can do his prayers and the yagya and fire sacrifice, and she was not coming home. And then he focused, and through his powers he visualized what had happened as to why she was not coming back, because she had lost her focus and she was not able to make the pot. And now Rishi Jamadagni was very angry. He called his sons and said, "Kill your mother, because that lady, she has lost her focus and she's not able to make the pot. Kill her now." The sons were shocked. They said, "What? Oh father, how can you say that? How can you ask us to kill our own mother?" So the first 4 sons totally refused. But the 5th son, who was the 5th son? Parashurama. He thought for a while, "My father loves my mother very much, and he knows that my mother is a very chaste and pure lady. In spite of it, if he is asking us to kill her, there is something in it. And perhaps he is testing me." So he did not ask any question. Immediately he took his axe and beheaded his mother. Jamadagni was pleased. He said, "Good. Parashurama, you are my obedient son. Now behead all your brothers as well." So Parashurama, without asking a question, beheaded all his 4 brothers and then bowed in front of his father. So Rishi Jamadagni said, "I am really pleased with you, my dear son. Ask whatever you want." So now was the time for Parashurama. He said, this is what he was waiting for. He said, "Oh dear father, I know you have been testing me. So please grant me 2 boons. By my first boon, I want that you should bring back to life my dear mother and my dear brothers. And by the second boon, I want that you should erase from their memory the whole incident. That is, when my mother and my brothers come back to life, they should not remember anything about whatever happened. That is, she had lost her focus, she couldn't make the pot, and Jamadagni had asked Parashurama to kill her and the brothers. They should not remember any of it. So these were the 2 boons Parashurama asked his father Jamadagni. And Rishi Jamadagni had the power to grant these 2 boons, and he said, "So be it." And Parashurama's mother came back to life and his brothers came back to life, and they didn't remember anything of whatever had happened. See, this was Parashurama, obedient and very intelligent. He knew that his father did not intend actually to kill his wife. He was testing Parashurama, and Parashurama came out with flying colors. Alright. One day, this king Kartavirya Arjuna, he was an evil king, along with his ministers and soldiers, he went on a hunting expedition and came to the hermitage of Rishi Jamadagni. Rishi Jamadagni welcomed all of them and offered them a royal feast. The king Kartavirya Arjuna, his ministers and his soldiers, they were all very tired and they were immensely happy to enjoy the royal feast, and they were hungry too, of course. But they all were wondering, how did this Rishi Jamadagni manage such a wonderful royal feast, such a variety of food, staying in this hermitage? How did he manage that? So King Kartavirya Arjuna asked Rishi Jamadagni, "Thank you very much for everything, but please tell me, how did you manage this royal feast?" And Rishi Jamadagni said, "Oh king, I have no problem because I have Kamadhenu, the sacred cow, who fulfills all your desires. And so I could easily manage this royal feast." So King Kartavirya Arjuna thought he was a bad guy, was he not? So he thought, I should have that Kamadhenu. So he said, "Okay, Rishi Jamadagni, I don't think you have much use for that cow, so I think you should just gift the cow to me." Rishi Jamadagni said, "Oh, no, O king, Kamadhenu is part of my family. I cannot just give away a part of my family, right? Whenever you want anything, please let me know, I can give you, but not Kamadhenu, I'm not giving her away." So King Kartavirya Arjuna thought to himself, well, I'll find a way for this. He said, okay, all right. And then they all went back home to the palace. After a few days, he sent some of his soldiers in the night and they stole the sacred cow Kamadhenu and her calf from Rishi Jamadagni's hermitage and took them to the palace. In the morning, when Rishi Jamadagni and his wife Renuka woke up, and all the sons woke up and they saw that Kamadhenu was missing. So Parashurama said, "How could this happen?" Rishi Jamadagni said, "I know who has stolen the cow. King Kartavirya Arjuna. He is the one, because he asked me, I refused, and definitely he must be the one who has stolen our Kamadhenu and her calf." Parashurama said, "Oh, I see. Don't you worry, my dear father. Don't worry, my dear mother. I shall go and bring back our Kamadhenu now. And so Parashurama took his axe and went to Mahishmati, the capital city where King Kartavirya Arjuna was ruling. So he went straight to him and said, "Hey, king, you are a thief, okay? Give back our Kamadhenu." So King Kartavirya Arjuna said, "Ha! Who the hell are you? Why should I give back your cow? I didn't steal any cow. Everything in the land belongs to the king. So I don't need to steal anything. It is mine." So Parashurama said, "What? You cannot do that?" So then what happened? There was a battle. Yeah. Parashurama had this special axe, Parashu, and he knew all the warfare skills which he had learnt from Lord Shiva himself. So single-handedly, Parashurama killed, destroyed the whole army of King Kartavirya Arjuna. Kartavirya Arjuna was so angry. He said, "What? You destroyed my army? I am going to destroy you." This Kartavirya Arjuna, he had 1,000 arms because he had long ago prayed to Lord Dattatreya. Lord Dattatreya is a combination of the Trinity of gods, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. So he had got several boons from this Lord Dattatreya and he had 1,000 arms, and that's why he was so evil, because the whole thing had gone to his head and he was arrogant and proud and he just didn't care about anyone. And now he came to fight with Parashurama with his 1,000 arms, with so many weapons in all these arms. But before he could even wield a single weapon, Parashurama cut off all his 1,000 arms. So quick was Parashurama. And he cut off his head as well. And so he killed King Kartavirya Arjuna. And then he took the sacred cow Kamadhenu and her calf to their hermitage. And when Rishi Jamadagni came to know that Parashurama had actually killed the whole army and King Kartavirya Arjuna, Jamadagni said, "My dear Parashurama, you just went to bring back our cow and you killed so many people. I think you should go on a pilgrimage to atone for these sins." So Parashurama said, "All right, my dear father, I shall do that." And so Parashurama went on a pilgrimage to various temples to pray. At this time, what happened? King Kartavirya Arjuna's sons, they were so angry, they wanted to take revenge. And so they came to the hermitage of Rishi Jamadagni. Rishi Jamadagni was sitting in meditation with eyes closed, and these sons came and stabbed him 21 times and beheaded him. When his wife Renuka came out of the house and saw all this, she was grief-stricken and she screamed, "Parashurama!" And Parashurama, wherever he was, he heard his mother's scream and he came rushing. By then these sons of Kartavirya Arjuna had left, and there was his father's body, lifeless, with 21 stab wounds, and he had been beheaded. And there was his mother Renuka sitting and crying, beating her chest. Parashurama said, "Mother, how did this happen? Who did this?" But Renuka just could not even reply. She was so much in grief. She was just beating her chest and crying. Parashurama said, "Oh mother, you have beaten your chest 21 times and I see 21 stab wounds on my father's body. I shall now kill all these evil kings and the warriors and those Kartavirya Arjuna's sons, all of them 21 times. That is, I shall wipe out from this earth all the evil warriors and kings again and again till I rid the earth of all these evil people." Parashurama took his axe, went on a killing spree and killed several of these bad guys, that is all these evil kings and warriors. This just went on. He was so furious. You see, the whole purpose of Vishnu's 6th avatar was to help Bhumi Devi get rid of all these evil kings and warriors. And that is what Parashurama did. After he had done all this, he saved a part of the earth, that is some part of the Konkan, the Malabar and Kerala. When the sea was trying to engulf these areas, he rescued these places. He decided to take sannyasa. Before that, he did Ashwamedha Yagya, and whatever land he had conquered, he gave it away to all the good people. And then he was immortal. Okay, this particular avatar of Vishnu was immortal. So he lived on. What? Lived on. It is believed that he still is alive. So he was alive during the 7th avatar of Vishnu. Parashurama was alive during the 8th avatar, during the 9th avatar, and he will be alive during the 10th avatar, because the 10th avatar is yet to happen. Well, I shouldn't give it away. We'll talk about it when we come to the 10th avatar. Alright, so the point is that Parashurama is still alive. And some of his notable students were Dronacharya, Bhishma and Karna. He gifted his axe, the parachute, to Lord Ganesha, and he gave away all his celestial weapons to Dronacharya. Okay, and then he took sannyasa. So Parashurama is still there. If there is evil, he is there. Perhaps the Kalki will learn some warfare skills from Parashurama. Alright, so with the 6th avatar of Parashurama, Vishnu fulfilled his mission of saving the earth from all the evil kings and warriors. The end. Okay. So what have we learnt from the story? Okay. We have learnt that we should be obedient. So obedience pays. Whatever your parents, your teachers tell you, please listen to them. You shall be rewarded. And when there is evil on earth, God will take an avatar to save us. So have faith and be good. Okay, now it's time for me to say, like my video, share it with your friends, relatives, and subscribe to it. Okay, I shall be soon back with the 7th part of Dasha Avatar. Till then, this is Madhavi Aunty saying bye.